Hi everyone, my name's John Wright. I'm the Holy Father's son. I'm Adam right now. The Holy Father's son will come back in the form of Yashua in 40:24, 10:17, 40:24 is when the Lord's coming back, and you'll all be facing judgment before the Lord. And by the way, if you don't pass the Lord, I don't even know if you're going to get to see the Holy Father. So I'll tell you that one right now. And, I got to witness 4th of July last night after a lot of years of being held against my will, so to speak, in a spiritual way. I've been fucking held hostage for 50 fucking years, and nobody can hand a fucking candle to me. You just can't fucking do it. I'm the Holy Father's son, and the Holy Father is so prepared to strike you fucking people down just for principle only. Just for principle only. You're going to have to pay for the sins and the sins you do towards others. If anybody is offended of you for causing trouble in their life, the Holy Father's fucking power is gonna fucking affect you and abuse you through the use of Satan and also Eve. Eve can lure you right into a trap, I would imagine. She's a witch, and I didn't know anything about witchcraft before, but I sure do know a little bit about witchcraft now, since my wife's the #1 witch in the whole goddamn universe. The Holy Father created Eve from Adam, from Adam's rib, the left-hand side near his heart. Women, that bathroom is your fucking room. And by the way, if you dare walk into the other room after knowing the difference between right and wrong, you're just as guilty as those men for wishing that they was women, because they're out of the fucking equation. Women are out of the equation. You men that even like be transgender, I'm sorry. You're a man. Go in the man's room, okay? And you're going to have to put up with the fucking men that are in that room, whether they're fucking loggers, whether they're cops. I've had a sheriff tell me that a man walked in the bathroom and sat next to his 21-year-old daughter that was going to get married. And I'll tell you what, that guy got drug out by his leg out of that bathroom before it was over. He was saying, I'm a woman stuck in a man's body. Bullshit. Your parents probably abused you and named you a boy named Sue. Okay? Oh, and by the way, down in Camas, Washougal, I drove through there, and where there's riffraff, you're finding scum people like Susan Jane Donahoe. The whole grocery outlet area looks just fucking despicable. Over there by the laundromat where Susan's trailer is, I seen all the goddamn shit going on at the laundromat. Okay? These here places that sell fireworks, you know what? You should be goddamn responsible for the damage that happens from these fireworks. The cleanup and everything should be added on to the cost of the cases of the fireworks. Americans should never have to put up with the abuse over a bunch of people harassing a woman like Alice from right down here by 7th Street. She lives right down there by Susan. She says down there it's just a war zone. On the 3rd, she had a problem with somebody doing loop-de-loops out there with their bikes, and they were doing a dangerous situation. She says that's not allowed in Camas. I guess they've banned that move. That guy says, I'm safe. I've got a helmet on. And I talked to Alice about it, and I said, yeah, Alice, these are the same derelicts that will meet me and you on a trail, and they think that they could drive 30 miles an hour or 20 miles an hour or 15 miles an hour on these trails. When you're coming around the corner, your speed is increasing. Whether it says 12 miles an hour and you go shoot that corner, you're going a fuck of a lot faster. I know how racing works. And by the way, if you hit Alice or me on the trail, you're going to have a goddamn problem, because you shouldn't be on that fucking trail riding that bike faster than people walk or even people run. That's just fucking abuse. As a matter of fact, I'm walking down a path and there's some overgrowth on one side, and the person that's on the left-hand side is a man coming at me wearing a red fucking hat. And when I'm walking up there freely on my fucking side, it's not my problem if there's growth on his side. That motherfucker's giving me a dirty look like I should have got out of his fucking way. Wrong. That's my side of the fucking street. Just like a car drives on the right-hand side of the street in America, and the other car drives on the right-hand street of America. No matter how you look at it, you're on the fucking right-hand side of the street in America. But I'll tell you what, just because there's fucking stop signs on the fucking red on the right hand side of the street, that's a fucking warning sign. You stop. You goddamn stop. There's a fucking red truck coming. Hey man, you better fucking stop. There's a fucking fire truck. But these people that have little red cars and stuff, hey, I understand. A woman likes red fingernail polish, and women are hot in fucking cars. And it's easy to pick up women that drive red cars because they like to fuck. And I goddamn know it, because I've been with a lot of women in red cars. Matter of fact, I used to drive a red car, and I'd get women wanting to fuck me all the time. Why? Because they knew I'd never fucking stop fucking them. Isn't that funny? Now, I'm serious. Oh, I'm making cheesy bread. I'm making my lunch for today. I'll even show you what I'm doing. I don't have a problem with telling people the truth. I've got beer in my car. I've got 2 bags of ice in my car. I'm prepared to go out on my travel today. Here I've got cheesy bread, cheesing it up. I'm going to put chicken, hot peppers, cheese over the top of it when I flip it over, and it's going to be like a fucking cool pizza, man. And I'm taking beer and this up there, and I'm going up there to Dosey Ranch. That's where I went last night. It was so loud, and your noise is getting louder. You're causing post-traumatic stress disorder, and Donald Trump will not be having a one-year party destroying America from the inside out. These here people, I've had complaints from people today about, down there in this war zone. It's so fucking bad down there. Now, I asked Alice, I said, now, Alice, now who the fuck, I said, out of all these people that's blown off those fireworks down there, how many of these people are employed? None of them. She knows everybody in the town. Alice does. She knows everybody all over the place. Matter of fact, I invited Alice to go fishing. Alice probably see me here talked about this morning. So anyway, we talked out here for quite a while, and I talked to another lady that ran up the way with blue pants, and she was excited. I said, #1 contender. Hey, I get fucking smiles and things from everybody except the riffraff. I don't care about money. I care about principle. And by the way, I don't care about money. I care about principle. I want all the interest off all the fucking money that you guys owed me. You can keep the fucking money. I just want the fucking interest. And the Holy Father says you owe me 3% of everything. Isn't that nice? God Almighty says you owe me 3% of the gross GPA of the United States of fucking America. And by the way, I'm better than a fucking nuclear weapon in other countries. No one's going to fucking bother me in the United States of America. I'm the Holy Father's son. And everybody around me that's cool is blessed. Oh, by the way, you better pick Yashua as the Lord. Because if you pick Jesus, your fucking life is going to be miserable as those fucking leeches that blew off fireworks, harassing people all over the place. And by the way, When I see it, the Holy Father, Satan sees it. And when Satan sees it, he's got to goddamn obey me. And by the way, I don't have to think like you people. That's the problem. I don't think like none of you fucking people. Because why? I am up and above all of you fucking people, including your fucking President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. And by the way, Donald J. Trump, fuck you. And fuck your male children. You got it? Oh, by the way, Trump, you're in trouble by the Holy Father. And actually, you serve a part of this Holy Trump, because you thought you were so fucking... You're being laid down before the kings of the world, and I'm quite enjoying it. And by the way, if everybody doubts that I'm not the Holy Father's son, if somebody attacks me or something, I'm just wondering what's going to fucking happen around me. So I'm inviting the sheriffs. If you got a goddamn beef with me, you come down here and blow me fucking away. You just goddamn dare do it. Why? Because the Holy Father says, truth or dare. Truth or fucking dare. You quiet shit down in America. You know what? Noise decibel levels, I've already went through this. 7, 14, 21. There shouldn't be no more than a 7-degree decibel level in a residential neighborhood. Now, you get out there around grocery outlet, these here stores and stuff, it's going to be 14. You go into a commercial piece of property, that piece of property is supposed to be 21%. And by the way, when you're blowing off fireworks and stuff like that, really, you've broke the law in so many goddamn ways, because you're frictioning the Holy Father, the Holy Son, and the Holy Spirit, and the earth goes like this, and it's fucking red in lava. And by the way, Mr. Trump, you better look at a fucking stop sign and say, I better fucking stop. Nobody loves you in the world, Mr. Trump. Everybody fucking hates you in the world, Mr. Trump. And the only people that have love for you is your cult members that want to have power over others through abuse, through loud noise. And by the way, the Holy Father, when he makes fucking noise, it's a sonic fucking boom. And I goddamn know. It will scare the fuck out of you. And by the way, I am waiting for everyone that is not in line with the Holy Father to fucking pay. And I goddamn tell you, there's only one way to avoid it. And that's change your ways. You treat your neighbors correctly. You don't fucking abuse them, and you don't think that you're better than them, because, by the way, you're not. Anybody that thought they were better than anyone else, you better fucking get the idea. You're on the fucking same level of scum as them. And women are out of the equation. And I goddamn tell you, it's fucking deadly. Because why? The Holy Father is in control, and Satan and Eve is not. I do not have a contract with, per se, all these fucking losers in this cult. But I will say that the more things change, the more things stay the same. It's Yashua inside the cup. It's Yashua outside the cup. And you've been worshipping Eve and Satan. And by the way, Eve and Satan's now in hell. And I'm enjoying this. I have people that drive by that listen to me. Matter of fact, I was in the dollar store earlier talking to Glenda. Glenda went in. She says it was quiet at her house. She went in. She closed the windows and everything. She went to bed. You know, I went down to the Dollar Tree last night, and I gave Lance earplugs and stuff to give to the employees, you know, just in case it gets too loud. You guys got some earplugs and stuff. You know, I told Lance, I said, Lance, it sounds like they're shooting outside. That fucking parking lot's nothing more than fucking confetti. After they got off work, that parking lot turned into nothing but a fucking mess. And by the way, Only the places in town that are riffraff got that. I imagine Steamboat Landing may have been, actually they've been cleaning it up really good, so I imagine if I go over to there, I might be surprised. It might be half-assed decent. But now over at Grocery Outlet that I do not support, that fucking place is totally fucking thrashed. I mean, over at the laundromat where Susan Donahoe is, it's completely fucking thrashed. I seen a group of people out. Why are they at the laundry store? She's a fucking cult member. They're right there at her fucking 37-foot problem in this here town. And Camus, Washougal, Camus. And by the way, I see the riffraff pulling back into the parking lot, and you better fucking run it out, because we don't want no goddamn trucks down there with a pile of fucking garbage in the back of it that looks like homeless people live in the parks. These people deserve to go out and get a goddamn job. And would somebody offer to get these people a fucking job and get them off the fucking streets? Because you know what? They could go to work fucking slopping pigs in a pig farm for all I give a fuck. And I'll tell you a story about the Bible. There was a man, he had 2 boys. The one boy wanted his inheritance, so he took off with it. The father says, okay, pretty much gave it to him and let him go on his way because whatever. Well, the boy went out fucking whores and all this good shit, have a lot of goddamn fun. You know how it is. Fool and a money will fucking part together. Oh, yeah, so don't come and goddamn try to panhandle for me, because I'm not your fucking fool that's going to part with my money for your fucking asses. Now, God's not either, because God's going to make you work for a living. You're going to live by the sweat of your brow, and that's in the Bible too, you fucking leeches that won't get a job, that are furnished fireworks because you whine to your parents and such, and your fucking mooches. None of you are working that's causing this commotions and stuff outside of these businesses and stuff. And by the way, when you let off fireworks stuff, you don't even clean up your fucking mess. So that way, you're a fucking outlaw in the name of the God in heaven. And me, by the way, because we deal in principle and we don't give a fuck about man's laws, because we have our own laws. You do unto others like we want you to do unto people. Because you know why? I am in you and you are in me. Whether you goddamn realize it or not, Eve's from me and I am in you too. Very little of me is in you compared to what went into Eve. I have no love for you, and Eve loves sin. Eve loves sin. Eve snacked and desired on sin, and at the end of the day, Eve wasn't very pretty, hiding under a Sharia gown. I seen her earlier in life, and she was a very pretty woman when I was a child. Sin will do terrible things to you. What you are, what you eat. And it's not necessarily what you put in your mouth that will condemn you, although it's not going to help. You eat fucking pig, you eat the fucking cheapest goddamn food you fucking can, and you'll get it at Grocery Outlet with a no ethics place. As far as I'm concerned, you got so much red in front of Grocery Outlet, it told me stop going there. Stop going to Grocery Outlet. Stop going here. Businesses that welcome you in usually have blue on them, such as Chevron down there where Linda worked, which I ended up giving a car. She retired. She needed to get out of business. She was burnt out. And she is burnt out like a lot of people that don't leave their jobs earlier. You know, when people won't leave their jobs to let new people in, all these new people get bitter because, for one, there's no opportunity for them, and all these people that could retire won't retire. Well, I'll get a bigger retirement if I wait longer. No, you're just maybe covering up crap. We want you out of there. At the end of your fucking contract, hey man, we'll have you here for 20 years. 20 years, you're out the goddamn door. Somebody says, you've got a job here for 10 fucking years. At the end of the 10 years, you're out the fucking door. Oh, by the way, they may not have, a retirement plan for you. You may just be doing a Social Security thing. You better take care of yourself. You better take care of your assets. And you better get off fucking welfare. Because for one, welfare is just panhandlers that's used and abuse the systems. They know how to use the system, so they do this. These here panhandlers that actually scare people using weapons and noises and stuff like that, you're being condemned for bothering people. Like Alice. Like other people I know. And by the way, we've had talks. If some of these people, they're scared. If they pick up the phone and call the cops on you people, you may seek revenge. And these here very kids and stuff and people are no more than cop callers. And they'll have the cops and the kids working against the people that live in the houses and stuff. And these people that live in the houses think that they can't go anyplace because why? Well, they want to be lenient on these mooches and panhandlers. And they've got all sorts of excuses to the officers. The officers don't need to hear those goddamn excuses. And yeah, they do have a little bit of compassion and mercy. But I goddamn tell you, I'm a person that has a little bit of means. And they don't have no mercy on me because I have money. And that's a big complaint too. Fishermen down there that have fishing licenses and everything to fish on the dock and everything, they say, you know, they have to buy all this shit. But these people, they don't have to buy this shit. And by the way, you take them to court and all they do is fucking pile up the court. You know, when you get a certain age, maybe you should just go right into the fucking military so they fucking straighten your goddamn asses out. Because you fucking need it. You come out straight, not leaning on someone. And by the way, anytime I have a problem and I think I gotta lean on something, I stand straight up. You know why? Because there isn't one fucking person in this here town other than my mechanic that works on my motorhome that I pay. I come clean every fucking month. And even my banks know I might use my overdraft to extend my credit because I'm the Holy Father's son and I've been denied credit from these fucking banks and stuff that why? You can't keep me fucking down now. You can't keep me goddamn down now. You know, I had a bowling alley up there in Lewis County. The Fairways Bowling Center right there that they painted sheriff's green with all those stickers. They ripped that off. They ripped it off from the Holy Father's Son. Do you think you guys in Lewis County have any fucking chance? I goddamn tell you another thing. Your fucking town up there is on lockdown. It's on fucking lockdown in Lewis County. I go up there. There's nobody walking on the streets. Everybody's in their fucking home. And you know your goddamn role. When I see cops, they're parked evasively compared to this Camas law enforcement community. Those cops up there sitting like they're waiting to entrap people instead of, and by the way, everybody's in lockdown. Jerry Wright, you got exactly what you want, but it works on you too. You're in lockdown too, bitch. You can't come out of Lewis County, Washington. Why don't you come on down here and fucking meet me, man? You know, me and you could have a fucking coffee before I beat the fuck out of you. You know what? Would you like a free car, Mr. Wright? I got a fucking nice car for you down here in Camas, Washington. I got a nice car for all of you fucking people. You want a special one, Jerry? You guys like to rip off my fucking shit. Everybody that's ripped off my fucking shit is absolutely gonna burn in hell for fucking a long period of time, Mr. Wright. And by the way, I don't give a fuck about money. I'll tell you that one right now, because I got the Holy Father, and you do not. And that's exactly one of the things that I told George L. Wright, the Zodiac killer, Satan. He says, John, they're going to be coming after you. This money at this bowling alley's been stolen. John, this money from this bowling alley's stolen. You're going to find pictures of me in California, John. My dad didn't want to tell me he was the Zodiac killer. He was the criminals. But he goddamn knew that I was the one that said, Dad, the Zodiac killer's near us. It just came on the radio. No, he's no near us. No, Dad, it just came on the radio. The Zodiac killer is near us. No, he's nowhere near. You know what? Tried to fucking scare me. And that's what other people do with your fucking 4th of July bullshit. The Zodiac fucking way is fucking right here today. I'm looking at you right straight in the eye, and I'm telling you, for all of you bitches that are acting out against people that own properties and real estate and stuff like that, we are fucking blessed. You are not blessed. You are not blessed. If you're lighting off fireworks and causing stuff, maybe the law enforcement should lock your asses up. And by the way, all these places that sells fireworks, you should be responsible for picking up all the goddamn litter in the fucking area. And also, every person that you sell to down there at your fireworks stands should pay an additional $20 or whatever, $20 a person for buying fireworks and stuff. For cleanup measures is appropriate as far as I'm goddamn concerned, as far as the Holy Father's concerned, and it also will cover some of the cost that everybody does. And I'll tell you another thing about cost. It's like Van Halen. When you start having a fucking party like this, they were making no fucking money, but they were spending it all on the booze, the alcohol, the women, and everything. And I believe that the Van Halens, you know, David Lee Roth did good because David Lee Roth's a fucking superstar. And I'm not saying Eddie Van Halen and the Van Halens aren't good musicians, but they couldn't have done a fuck without David Lee Roth right there. And I'll tell you what, you won't do worth a fuck if you're not happy that I'm fucking happy. Because if you're fucking not happy because I'm happy, you're my fucking enemy. And the Holy Father has just put an X on your ass. And you can't fucking help it. I'm gonna fucking grind you right out of the distance. Got it? I'm gonna fucking just keep working on you and fucking killing you. And Susan Donahoe, you're not the fucking queen. And you're not Eve, by the way. And by the way, you have no kudos with Eve, nor Satan, nor any of your fucking followers in your cult. Yashua is the name of the Lord, and when you learn to obey, your lives will get a little bit better. Because I'll tell you what, we're going up, and those that don't believe in Yashua and the Holy Father is going to be annihilated, crushed. And I just don't mind telling you the truth. I just don't mind telling you the truth. And I'm having a great day. And by the way, I have great relationships with women, and you could never cut me off where you don't know where it's coming from. And don't think that I don't get pussy on a regular basis, because I get the best fucking pussy around. And I'm pretty happy all the time on that one. But I work for the Holy Father, and you know, He comes first, foremost. And by the way, when I sin, all I do is admit to the Holy Father what I've done, because the Holy Father knows what you're doing, no matter what you think. That He just wants you to acknowledge that you are totally in the view when you're wrong. Hey, like He said to Cain, to all of you Canaanites out there, and you are Canaanites, you're from Satan. If you did do better, it will be accepted. He even wants to accept Satan's children. Do you understand that? You have a very unique thing here where all of you young people, and I have a lot of young people following here too, by the way. And, you know, if you guys understood, you're all on the same team, but you don't know what team you're really on. You see? Yashua is the name of the Lord. And I've just came to tell the truth because I'm the Holy Father's Son and I'm telling you the truth. And I have the luxury to tell you the truth with no repercussions towards me. Because if anybody retaliates against me, Satan is coming after you. Got it? And the Holy Father tells me that. And Satan is my dad, George L. Wright. And George will kill you.